Alrighty, folks. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. My name is Bojan Petreski. Today is November 23rd, 2021. We will be doing our Futures Now session. The disclaimer is there, running for your use and your convenience. Please make sure to read it. And we'll be getting started in just a few seconds. Let me just make sure everything's running smooth here on my end. Looking good. I think, yeah. There's only one more that I need to open. There it is. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So this is the agenda for today. We're going to look at the current market environment. We're going to execute based on what that environment is giving us. And then, of course, we're going to manage those trades, those intraday trades, so that we could either close them during the session or at least have the plan in place as the session is coming to an end. All right, let me just see here. Why didn't this go? Okay. Let's go ahead and open up our workspace here for TradeStation. And we'll be getting started. All right, looking good across the board here. Just want to make sure we're all looking okay. Yep, I think I'm all set except for LinkedIn for some reason. Oh, that's just running very late. Okay, yeah, different, because we are simulcasting, so we have different streams running at the same time. Some YouTube, some on Twitch, Facebook, our own website, our private stream, and so on. All right, so this is the plan for today. We're going to be looking for a confirmed climate here. We would like that condition to be near the confirmation of that climate, meaning if it is a blue climate right here, which would mean it's a sensible, it is a looking for long opportunities. We would like that to be a near sensible long, the condition. As we see right here with the Euro contract. Now while these are also still tradable, technically we would like to stay away from them because this means that these are overextended climates. As you see right now, is the current, here, let me make this easier to see. It is currently on the 11th 15-minute time frame, RTY, that's the Russell. It's on the 11th 15-minute increment up out of typically 5. Okay, so it's more than double its quantity, so we're going to skip on that. Gold is a little extended, but we're going to look at it anyway. Sensible short. It is on the 6th 15-minute out of typically 8, 705, even though you might want to round it down. We always round it up for the climate, so we give it enough space to time to move. And then, of course, we're going to look at the yen here. So let's go ahead and open up the EC and the yen and see what we're dealing with for today. Okay, so we got EC on the 15 and the yen on the 60. All right. While that's loading, I'll just take a sip of my coffee. In the meantime, if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to type them in the chat. Okay, so let's take a look at, I just wanted to also kind of show you this. We just recently relaunched this, the tradewithufos.com free membership. So this is the link right here, tradewithufos-membership. So you can sign up for a free membership where you will get notified and participate on many of our multi-asset style, multi-asset daily live trading sessions we broadcast on YouTube. We got Nailing FX, Futures Now, Options with Options, Solid as a Stock, Head Start, Sharpening them. It's a whole bunch of stuff, guys. So definitely check it out. I just want to look at my barchart.com just to see how we're looking here. So we got futures. We're going to look at the currencies. We should all be on the Z, but just wanted to double check that again. So as you see, the yen is also on the Z. So we're going to go to at JYZ21. to get us on the right contract, the most liquid contract, the front month contract, however way you want to call it. All right. And let's see what it is that we're dealing with here. All right. So we do have a confirmed climate, the third candle out of typically 7, which is good for us. Uh, the first thing that we're going to look at is the following. We're going to just blow up this chart just to kind of explain it a little easier. So as you see, this is our climate down below. It's telling us that it is confirmed. That's what we want to see. So how we are going to trade this is the following. We're going to look for opportunities in the direction of this climate. And by doing that, we're going to be stacking odds in our favor. The one way we're going to look at it right now, this is the 60-minute time frame on this chart that we see here. This is the 9 EMA. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. This is the 9 EMA. So this is the 9 EMA that we're going to be aligning. So we want this 60-minute 9 EMA to align, to be engulfed, to be within a UFO on our other time frames here, either the tick bar, share bar, or time bar charts that we have up here. Okay, so do we have a UFO that's at 87020 that somewhat aligns with that? That's at 87020. So as of right now, we're looking at these two here, the 87045. Now, should price move up from where it is right now, 86,970 to 87.20, do we see it actually pushing it to 87.45? I would say probably yes. And I'm going to place this trade right there. So, and it's, it's a little interesting here, the fact that, as soon as the entry, as you see, is lines up with both of these UFOs. So these are completely different time frames. 610 share bar, 377 tick bar. Yet the UFOs align there, and not just that, but we're also going to add, because as you know, with currencies, we do want to give it a little bit more slack. So I'm gonna move it up and down a little bit like that. So that's our T1 and our stop. They're 1-to-1. So that means as soon as if this hits and goes down to T1, we're risk off. Meaning even if it goes against us, we don't make anything, we don't lose anything. All right. Now, as far as our final target, again, we're going to look at this time frame down below. I'm just going to close these because I don't use these anymore. Okay, so for our final target, for our final destination here, we're going to be utilizing this UFO here. And this UFO here has an ending price. Actually, the beginning price is what we need, 86,930. So 86,930 is right there. And that is our entire setup. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this. So we have it done and ready to go. All right, so 2021 0123. And this is the JY 60-minute setup. And that's that. The trade is set. Now, I'm just going to run it through one more time just in case you have any questions or anything like that. Just want to kind of make sure to clarify, exactly how this trade would work, how it was going to be, and so on. So, we look at the confirmation of the climate down below. As long as the climate is confirmed, we have permission to look for potential entry points. Now, the next thing that we need to find is something that's common with other traders, right? So right now, a 9 exponential moving average on a 60-minute time frame is not uncommon, right? What is uncommon are these 1, 2, and 3 time frames up here, right? I don't think you rarely would see somebody use the 6-minute, the 610 share bar, and 377 tick bar may be a little bit more common with fib traders, but the 610 share bar and the 8-minute time frame probably not. Now, the reason why we use those time frames is because they are a little bit more sensitive to the movement of these unfilled orders to the UFOs. So we utilize those on top of the fact that we have been using them for a while, and they've shown to be good allies in establishing trades and finding trades. Um, we're going to be looking like we may even get filled right while we're in the session. While we're still on the chart. So what we need to find is the envelopment of this moving average within a UFO on any one of these time frames. So as you see right here, we do have two UFOs that are looking to be giving us a fill. All right. All right. So unfortunately, this trade is not valid because, as you see, it's at 87.030, and I was really hoping to that price would move up. However, it was already at the moving average at 87.030, and our entry was actually going to be above at 87.040. Okay, so that's that. Unfortunately for that, we're going to be taking care of this like that. It's not a matter of it really is just a matter of are we going to be or are we not going to be taking trades exactly and according to our plan, right? That's the critical thing here. It's not just a matter of are we going to be just taking trades, right? They have to match our plan exactly. So unfortunately, right now, this one does not match our plan exactly. So we're going to be skipping on it. Okay, let's take a look at the euro. $15-minute time frame. There we are. So we're looking at the fourth 50-minute increment up out of typically 5. So we do have about a half an hour to go. However, we have absolutely no UFOs nearby. I just want to make sure now. I know they're still enabled. I'm just double checking myself. But yeah, as you see, there's only one down here at 12,400, and our moving average is at 12,547. So nothing to do there. Let's take a look at our. Wow, gold must have made a stellar recovery. It was over 1 ATR down, and now we're looking at negative ATR on the 50-minute time frame. So let's take a look at gold and see what is going on there. Lots of movement. Yep, as I said, lots of movement there. Definitely not something that's unseen. There we go. Everything's loaded up. Okay. All right. So 1792, 1791, 1. So it's already trading above the moving average. Now, the reason why I opened this up is because of the fact that I want to see if this might be giving us an opportunity to get in on, mainly because um, it's one of those things where if you don't, if you're not ready for an opportunity, then even if it comes to you, you're going to miss it. So I would like to see if a new UFO would form right here as this price is moving. Right, that's what would be really phenomenal to see right now. If it does, there's a good chance that we can get in on this at market price. As you see, 1791.1, current price is at 791.5. If this keeps dropping down, because usually when things skyrocket like this, sometimes they skyrocket down. It may not be the case for gold in this situation, but we're going to see. We're going to see if we can have a potential opportunity right here for a short. Lots of movement on gold. Ah, never mind. We have an unconfirmed climate. Unfortunately, our excitement ends right there. We're going to go ahead and close this. The climate just got updated, as you see. Um, Not a whole lot is happening there, mainly because it is now an unconfirmed climate. Therefore, we have to um, let it do its thing. It's going to be one of those things where, might be a little bit of a slower session today, which, it's not bad. It's all right. Let's take a look at right here. We have a confirmation on the Dow on the 240 minute. So let's open that. That's haven't opened that in a while. And of course, if you have any questions, any comments, please feel free to type them in the chat. And while that's loading, just something I wanted to point out. If you go to Trade with UFOs, I'm not sure if it's on the calendar just yet. There's a calendar. It's not quite there yet, but on November 30th, you should have received an email. There will be a special session, an upcoming session for options. Definitely make sure not to miss that one. Some pretty cool stuff gonna be going on there. YMZ21. All right, I'm waiting for data. Okay, I guess we're still waiting for data. Yeah, and as you see, this one just didn't cut it for 2 ticks. Did not cut it for 2 ticks. Okay. Euro still confirmed, but unfortunately no UFOs have formed nearby, so nothing to do here. Okay. That's a little strange. I don't know why it's taking so long. NQ sensible short. Let's open it up just so we kind of have a perspective of what's going on. I'm really not sure what seems to be the problem. Everything's okay on my end here. The internet's fine. It's Working okay, but as you see, waiting for data, waiting for data. Not quite sure. Okay, this chart loaded. There we go. Now this chart is loaded too. Okay, so let's take a look at the YM. Hmm. Right as it loaded, it's crossing the moving average um, above. And as you see, this is the fifth out of five. So this would be the last. Actually, yeah, this would be the last 240 minutes. So we would have time to take this if we had a short opportunity here, but unfortunately, we do not. As you see, the 35,617 right now price is at 35,618. No UFOs nearby. So unfortunately, nothing to do here. We can leave it open and see what happens. In the meantime, I do want to check out the NQ and see how it is working out to be. So as you see, it was an up climb, and now it's unconfirmed. We may be looking for a potential change in direction. Um, it is still trading above the moving average. You see 348, 353. It's only a couple of points above. It's nothing major or crazy. Um, but it is a matter of, if it keeps going higher, then it gets reconfirmed after an unconfirmed climate, meaning we then have a reset. So it'll be the first one out of typically six, rather than this being the fifth one out of typically six. So let's see what's going to happen. In the meantime, sometimes that's all you got to do is just sit on your hands for a little bit. The yen we looked at, everything else we looked at. So just reviewing some of the channels here. I'm not seeing any questions. I have a comment here. There was a UFO at the EMA in the 2 minute EC second. Oh man, there was on the 2 minute. Okay, let's take a look at that. Johnny, thank you, Johnny. Let's take a look and see. I mean, we missed it. It's already closed, but all right, false. Okay, I assume you're talking about this one here. Yeah. I mean, we could take the trade based on the fact that it was here and we just missed it because we were just, browsing around. Um, but as of right now, technically speaking, and according to our plan, we can't take this trade, even though this would match perfectly, and it would be such a small risk trade that the risk would be down here at 15,525. Actually, I'm sorry, now it would be a little bit below that. 30, so it would be at 15, at 12,520 would be the stop. So right here would be the stop if you did take this trade or not. I didn't catch it obviously, so that would be the current stop. Now we have a red UFO there that formed. Change that to true so there's no confusion. So yeah. Yen headed on down without us on board. And Q unconfirmed, the YM still the same. You know what it is sometimes we're sometimes that's just the way it is. Some days you get a ton of opportunities, you can't catch them all. Some days you're fishing for opportunities and they're not going to come, and that's okay. Our job is not to force trades. Our job is to trade trades according to our plan. So it's not about how many what volume of trades you will produce. It's about their quality and their consistency. So as of right now, we don't have anything that's going to be execute that we can execute on. But again, sometimes that's just the way it is. Sometimes you just have to kind of hold off and wait for it, and get on board when it makes sense. Otherwise, we're not going to be um, we're nowhere near going to be consistent traders. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Looking good across the board here, so we're looking okay. Okay. Just waiting on a couple more minutes here to get us going. As far as new updates on the climates, um, the thing is that none of these are negative, so we're probably not going to get a whole. Okay, gold might change. The 50-minute on gold. Let's open that up real quick. And the reason why I want to is because, number one, I don't want to be doing nothing on stream, right? There it is. So gold did turn from where it did, but unfortunately, there may have been a red UFO that we could have taken. However, the climate changed to unconfirmed, so we couldn't have, even if we wanted to, right? At least that's how it works in my mind. Is you can't take trades that are not according to your plan, and that's as simple as that. Man, 27. So 2 more minutes to go, and we'll have an update on the climate. Interestingly enough, gold became unconfirmed blue dot, which I don't pay too much attention to the color of an unconfirmed dot, but it's just interesting to see that, mainly because that may lead us to believe that it's going to be a confirmed up climate if it were to keep going up. But unfortunately, as you see right now, it's trading below the moving average, so this may get reconfirmed to the downside after this candle closes. We are going to see though. Okay, Nasdaq is heading lower. Dow is doing nothing. The yen is heading lower. Actually, hold on a minute. 87.20, 87.34. Oof, this is a very extremely tight trade. We do have a trade set up. Actually, even right there, you can take it at market. I'm going to go ahead and do it just because I want to be in a trade. We're going to put the stop at 45 right before that UFO. 93.75. 97.20 is within this UFO here, even though it's a little bit to the high side. It's okay. Okay, I'm actually. Oh, there it is. I was like, I'm hearing myself somewhere. It was on one of the simul streams that we had at the same time. It wasn't fully muted. There we go. Regular session is started now. Let's see. Do we have anything unconfirmed? Still confirmed. Confirmed down on the Nasdaq. All right. Let's see if we can get something here. It may end up being a market trade if we see a new red UFO pop up. 342 is the current moving average. So somewhere around here, if this were to pop up and then down, creating a UFO, we would be able to take it. All right, confirmed down on gold as well, 90.6. So that's also a trade right there. It did touch it right to a wick and now moving lower. Let's see if we can get on board with this. Final target, undecided. We're going to cancel it. We may have just missed this by a few ticks. The yen moving lower. Our final target for the yen, what was the final target? Oof. Well, it's actually touching this at our entry, so we're going to disregard that. And we don't have a UFO down below, so we're going to cancel this. And we're going to trail stop it. Okay, we're getting a little bit of action here, looking like a T1 right there, which is really nice to see. Down, pushing a little high. Okay, here we go. 46.40. So this is an entry at 29.25. This is gonna be fun. 46.50. Okay, 46.50 would be that. Just making sure here. 46.5, 46.75 is a stop. Your T1 would be, man, I think we may have missed this. 46.75 minus 29.25 minus 29.25. 11.75 is where T1 would have to go. 11, which is would have already hit right now. And of course, chart trading is not enabled. All right. May have missed this. Okay. I heard an order. Oh, yeah, we can't move that, of course. I heard an order filled. Was that the yen? Not quite. Gold. Oof. Immediate stop. Okay. That's fine. The Nasdaq went down to T1. Where would T2 be? 36.75. So first let's move T1. That was at 11.75. Why is it giving me this error? Chart trading is enabled. 11.75. Gotta love it sometimes, right? You have the technology, but you can't use it. I mean, this is looking like it's gone anyway, so I may as well cancel it. Dow turning to the downside as well. Yen came, what did it come to? Low was 9.10, 3 ticks away from our our T1. Did not quite fill it. Euro confirmed down climate. Okay, here we go. 538. Yep, that's good. 35 entry point right there. Stop, we're gonna give it 2 ticks above that, so 85. So we're gonna go 95. 2 ticks below. How's current? Oof, that's looking rough. So this starts at 123.80. Was 123.80 touched? 123.80 was not touched. Wait a minute. Did I see that right? 12,495 is the end price of this. So 12,945. Sorry, 12,495. 12,495 was touched before this trade. So we're okay to move our T2 to the next UFO, which is nowhere to be seen. So we're going to cancel our T2. All right. So gold stopped us out. NQ, we missed it. Dow, nothing happening. Yen, we're in it. Came a couple of ticks away from our T1. Did not fill. So right now we're just waiting for it. And then, of course, the euro, we just put this trade on. It's a couple of ticks from filling. Let's see what's going to happen. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and switch to our private stream, folks. So for everybody watching us on YouTube, LinkedIn, or the other streams, be sure to join us for a membership so you can continue the remainder of the stream.